A 27-year-old Nebraska man has posed as someone a decade younger and attended high school for more than 50 days, was sentenced to at least 85 years in prison in connection with his crimes. The Lancaster County judge sentenced Zachary last week after he pled no contest in July to first-degree assault, attempted first-degree assault, generation of CP, age 19 or over, and CE and electronic communications according to the sentencing order and plea agreement. Zachary's sentence runs a maximum of 120 years in prison according to the order. He won't be eligible for parole for 40 years. During his sentencing hearing, Lancaster County Deputy Attorney Amber Schultz stated that Zachary targeted and lured students via social media while pretending to be their peer, or Zachary identified himself as Zach Hess, age 17, and attended two high schools in Lincoln Northwest High School and Southeast High School for 54 days in 2022 through 2023. He was admitted to the school using fake documents, including a birth certificate, immunization records, a transcript, and medical records. Authorities began investigating Zachary in June of 2023 after a concerned parent contacted the school district. Charging documents show that crimes he pled guilty to mostly occurred in 2022 and 2023. Several victims were under the age of 16. One of the SA charges was from 2019 and involved two people whose ages are not included in the documents. In September, authorities accused a 23-year-old woman of criminal impersonation after she allegedly posed as Zachary's mother and helped him get enrolled in the school. She pled not guilty, and the case is ongoing. A man has been jailed for sending explicit messages to someone he believed was a minor. Kevin Rowland of Sunderland sent messages and images of himself to police officers posing as a teenager. He was arrested at his home on Eastmore Road in Palliant in May and later pled guilty to multiple offenses. Rowland, age 44, was sentenced to 3 years and 3 months in prison at Newcastle Crown Court. Rowland had pled guilty to attempting to arrange or facilitate CS offenses, SC, with a minor, breach of harm prevention order, and breach of offender notification requirements. Detective Conley Robertson stated that Rowland's sentencing had been achieved following a long and thorough investigation by the Northeastern Regional Organized Crime Unit. Quote, "The result has meant a predator is now back behind bars. It shows our commitment to pursuing anyone posing a threat to a minor. We would always encourage anyone with information about this type of offending or anyone who thinks they have been a victim to come forward and talk to police." A prison officer has been jailed for conducting an inappropriate relationship with an inmate. Dawn McCormick, age 42, of Boreham Wood, Hertfordshire, began an intimate relationship with a prisoner, Josh Moore, back in 2019 while working at HMP, The Mount, near Hemel Hempstead. She was sentenced to 27 months at St. Albans Crown Court for misconduct in public office and admitted 2 charges of unauthorized transmissions of calls or text. Hertfordshire police stated that her corrupt behavior completely undermines the difficult and dangerous work that prison officers do in order to help protect the public and keep prisoners secure. The Mount is a Category C men's prison on the outskirts of the village of Bovington, Hertfordshire, with a capacity of about 1,000 prisoners. Police stated that Moore was found with 2 illicit phones and had been smuggled into the prison. Between May 15th and June 20th of 2019, McCormick shared more than 4,000 messages and more than 90 calls with the inmate. She was arrested in 2019 and charged in June of 2020. Detective Con Paul Mowbray from the Decorum Local Crime Unit stated this: "The actions of the minority who engaged in illicit behavior and inappropriate relationships should not be ignored, and we will continue to investigate such cases. I would also like to praise staff at HMP the Mount, who came forward to give evidence during the trial, leading to a successful conviction. Prison officers up and down the county worked tirelessly to maintain the smooth running of the prison regime and were brave enough to stand up to a colleague who was abusing her position and endangering the safety of her colleagues. Her corrupt behavior completely undermines the difficult and dangerous work the prison officers do in order to help protect the public and keep prisons secure. The people who fill boxes with Amazon purchases, as well as the people who deliver those boxes, are getting a raise and some extra perks. Amazon stated that the $1.50 an hour pay hike will bring the average base pay for warehouse workers and delivery drivers to more than $22 an hour. Amazon is also kicking in free Prime memberships valued at $139 a year. Quote, I'm proud to say that this year is our biggest ever investment in our team. It's one of the many ways that we thank you for all of the work that you do to support our customers and our communities. Madan's statement announces a few other compensation charges, including more flexible scheduling, more choices in the employee education program known as Career Choice, and the elimination of 90-day requirement before new workers are eligible for those benefits. The pay raise and enhanced benefits come as some Amazon workers tried to unionize. 2 years ago, warehouse workers in Staten Island, New York, voted to unionize but have yet to win a contract. Earlier this week, Amazon drivers in New York City voted to join the Teamsters Union. In June, New York City warehouse workers overwhelmingly voted for a Teamsters alliance. But in July, warehouse workers at Amazon facility in Coventry, England, narrowly rejected unionizing. Other retailers have recently announced pay increases for some of their workers as well, including Sam's Club and Aldi. Earth is set to gain another moon by the end of the month, a small asteroid that will be ensnared by our planet's gravity until the end of the year. The mini-moon, an asteroid called 2024 PT5, was spotted by the Asteroid Terrestrial Impact Last Alert System, or ATLAS, on August 7th. The space rock will make one complete orbit of our planet between September 29th and November 25th before escaping Earth's gravity. Yet despite the 57-day close flyby of our planet, the asteroid will be hard to spot as it's 33 feet or 10 meters wide. Our planet occasionally snags extra moons. For instance, a similar event occurred back in 1981 and in 2022 when the object 2022 NX-1 became an ephemeral companion to our planet before swinging further away, the astronomers noted. The researchers published their findings in September in the journal Research Notes of the AAS. Quote, Earth can regularly capture asteroids from the near-Earth object or NEO population and pull them into orbit, making them mini-moons. The researchers also wrote, the recently discovered Apollo-class NEO 2024 PT5 follows a path that resembles that of 2022 NX-1 and may soon become a mini-moon. NASA deems any space objects that are within about 120 million miles or 190 million kilometers of Earth a near-Earth object and classifies any large object within around 4.7 million miles or 7.5 million kilometers of our planet as potentially hazardous. NASA tracks the locations and orbits of roughly 20,000 asteroids using ATLAS, an array of 4 telescopes that perform a scan of the entire night sky every 24 hours. NASA has estimated the trajectories of all these near-Earth objects beyond the end of the century. Earth faces only a tiny risk of an apocalyptic asteroid collision for at least the next 100 years. According to the new study, 2024 PT5 likely originated from the Arjuna asteroid belt, a diverse jumble of space rocks that orbit the sun close to our planet. Due to its orbit being closely matched with our own, calculations indicate that the asteroid will orbit Earth again in January of 2025 and then in 2055. Many moons aren't just curiosities for asteroid watchers. Researchers suggest that the rocks hold valuable minerals and water that can be used for rocket fuel, making them ideal stepping stones for companies preparing to mine asteroids. I would just like to say it's getting very, very interesting directly out here, right? Again, we've had three different people that decided to do some illicit behaviors that they should not have been doing at all, including one guy who posed as a high schooler, right? Trying to date high schoolers. Incredible. And then on top of that, you had a woman that posed as the mother to make sure that he got directly into school. Whatever time that he's getting, she should get that same amount of time, if not more as well, because she knew full well exactly what it is that she was doing. You have the second guy, the bald guy, wanting to, do crazy conduct and try to get into contact with somebody he should not have been talking to at his age. And he decided that, hey, let me just text message this cop, not knowing if they're undercover, and he plays stupid games and won stupid prizes. The exact same thing for the woman that was a prison guard, and she decided to have a relationship with an inmate. You're stupid. You're 1,000% stupid. Now you done lost everything, and now you're probably going to be in prison as well. But the good news is the fact that if anybody out there works for Amazon, your pay is going up, which is awesome. And then on top of that, you get free Prime. I would love to have free Prime. As they stated before, Prime costs about around $140 a year. That's $140 that I would love to be able to keep directly in my pocket if I could, but it is what it is. And then it's also great that they are willing to put up the pay for both the workers and the drivers, bringing that to $22 an hour, which is pretty great because on top of that, you think about overtime or other types of things that go along with that. Some people are making some pretty good money. The other interesting thing was the fact that we're going to have a mini moon. The thing that sucks about it is that we won't be able to see it like we would with anything else in the night sky, unless maybe you have a good eye or a very great telescope or camera that can zoom in and potentially spot where that mini moon is going to be and its trajectory. But, like I said, it's pretty interesting and it's science. But anyways, let me know what you guys think about these stories and everything that I listed in the comment description below. And as always, peace, love, and stay tuned for the next video.